Welcome to Tuesday's Body, Breath, and Balance. And today we're going to be talking about grounding techniques. And I think this is going to be so amazing to go over because we can get really disconnected. We can start getting really overwhelmed and stuck in our heads. And so it's so good to like bring it back in, reel ourselves back in, and sink into our bodies because our bodies are how we know intuitively if something is a yes for us or a no for us. Our bodies inherently know what's good for us, and getting really in tune and in touch with our bodies is so amazing. So I'm going to go over a couple techniques that you can do, but then I'm going to end on the one that I think would be really fun for us to do together today. So, um, one of the ways that you can feel more grounded is definitely walking outside in nature barefoot. Now, I know it's very cold outside, so it's probably not something that you want to do right now. But if you do have the chance to be able to just walk outside in the grass or to maybe hug a tree, it is very calming and grounding, and just being out in nature in itself, going for a hike, going for a nature walk can be very grounding. So definitely, if you can get out into nature, if you're feeling really disconnected, that is an amazing, wonderful thing. Especially like nature air smells so good all the time. So, connecting with your like body and placing your hand on your heart and doing like the other hand on your lower belly and doing some deep breathing. You can do it like 3 times and just really feeling into the breath, feeling into the hand placements, like getting in touch with how you feel in your body while you're breathing. Um, you can also whisper to yourself or say to yourself, I'm at home in my body, I am safe in my body, um, I am present, whatever feels comfortable for you. Another technique that we can do is the shake and release. So we're literally, I do this at the gym all the time, especially in between sets, is just kind of like shaking it out and really taking like deep breaths and exhaling and just shaking it out. And this is actually really good if you're at the computer for a long time and just kind of getting some movement into your body and like getting your shoulders to release, because sometimes we can ride our shoulders up and just getting them to release. So this is not only just good to get back in touch with your body, but it's also good if you have been sedentary for a while. You can also like lightly stomp your feet if you're standing up, or kind of shake it out, maybe do a little dance. I know a lot of people like to just take a 10-minute break and just dance and feel free. And that is a really good way to just kind of get some movement flowing, get that energy flowing, and start getting in touch with your body a little bit more, and like hone back in instead of being up in your brain. Um, and then there is grounding breath work. And we do a lot of different breath work. So the 4-7-8 method is a really good one for grounding, but any kind of breath work where you're really getting in touch with your breathing, you're paying attention to your breathing, you're feeling that going into your body. Maybe if you're pausing, doing any of those type of therapies like the box breathing, where you're having pauses and you're really paying attention and focusing on that breath, those are also really awesome. So, I want to go over this one that is activating your senses. So, it's the 5-4-3-2-1 method. And I've actually used this on people with high anxiety, or somebody going through like a really stressful situation in a volunteer crisis counseling that I do, because this really helps them to stay like focus on something instead of that panic or that anxiety that might be setting in. So if you do have chronic anxiety, this might be a good method for you as well. But for today, we're going to be utilizing this in the sense of grounding work. So, what you do when you're feeling disconnected and you're up in your thoughts and you really aren't um, fully present because you're spinning in your head, or maybe you're thinking about projects and you're just too up in your head. Maybe you kind of have like a headache from just all the mental activity and you really want to be more present. You can wake up your senses by naming 5 things that you see with your eyes. So you look around and you name 5 things that you see. And then 4 things that you feel. So notice things that are touching your skin, like your clothing, the air, maybe the chair that you're sitting on. Maybe it's the floor beneath your feet. You're just going to notice 4 things that you can feel with your senses. And then 3 things that you hear. For me right now, it's probably um, the heater, the Alexa playing, because I have calming dog music on for Eisen, and the other one is my voice. And then 2 things that you smell. So take a deep breath in and notice any kind of sense or any kind of things that you smell. And then 1 thing that you taste, bring awareness to your mouth. Maybe you take a sip of water, or maybe you just notice your breath. Maybe you just brush your teeth and it's like very minty. Right now, I am indulging in a Starbucks, and so my breath tastes like coffee. So this is a really simple exercise, but again, it helps with grounding, but it also helps if you're um, either having some type of like panic mode, high anxiety mode, or if you're somebody with maybe chronic anxiety or chronic stress, to kind of decompress and kind of get you back into the present moment and get you focused. So this was a very short one today. I hope you did the exercise along with me. If you didn't, I'll go through it one more time. So name 5 things that you see. Name 4 things that you feel. Name 3 things that you hear. Name 2 things that you smell. And name 1 thing that you taste. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.